Josh, is that one of those nights where I know there's a plan going into the game pitching wise, but when Xander's sitting there retiring everybody, is there a party that kind of likes to take him out at that point?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, honestly, we really didn't want to. He was throwing the ball really well, and all his pitches for strikes and attacking, all quadrants of the zone. I thought he was really good. Just kind of basically painting X's on both sides of the plate. And but Tony and Frank and I talked about it this morning, and we had kind of a pitch count in mind, but it would have been nice to leave him back out there and let him run a little bit. But we wanted to make sure we got a lot of guys reps tonight.
Worried about any Clayton Kershaw, Dave Roberts type of backlash?
Yeah, I can wear that if we have to, but hopefully, Xander will be fresh this weekend, and hey, maybe he's in a spot to get us some big outs there.
What did you see from Ethan Smith and McCracken? They're just kind of pitching for the first time in a while.
Yeah, I mean, Ethan was getting deep in counts. They did a good job of spitting on his breaking ball. Traditionally, he does a really good job of, mixing well. I mean, he's a seasoned vet in this league. He's pitched a lot, so he's a guy we're trying to get going. And McCracken, obviously not an ideal first outing for sure. We talked to him late last night, and he wanted to get in there as he's been working back from injury. So he's an elite competitor. Ideally, it could have gone a little bit better, but he's a guy that we'll bet heavily on in the future for sure.
With Chase injured, do you know what the plan is for Saturday as far as pitching goes?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just to see what happens with Elander, how he progresses throughout the week. And, Sewell is an option for sure, and then obviously Blade. But, we'll see how it plays out. And hopefully a couple more days, the guys start feeling better. We'll have, 3 or 4 different options depending on how Friday goes to throw out somebody versus those guys on Saturday.
How relieving was that news about Chase, that it wasn't going to be a super long-term thing?
That was huge. I mean, the sound, we talked about the other night, it was scary. I mean, it was not good, but just to see him smiling the next day, and he got out of that sling pretty quick, and today he was bouncing around, moving around, and in the dugout, hanging out, so very thankful for that for sure.
With Burns, just how concerned are you all with him? Seems like his velo's been down a little bit, and maybe struggling to throw a third pitch consistently. Just what's the conversations with him right now?
I think there's zero concerns. I think the guy's a major leaguer. I'm thankful he's here instead of in low A somewhere right now, and if you knew his family and that kid, I got no worries about that guy whatsoever.
Coach, you've been kind of tossed into an interesting situation here in which you've had to take on all these responsibilities after, Coach Vitello and then Frank got ejected the other day. What's it been like for you just, managing through these past couple games, and then also you got a couple this weekend?
Yeah, no, it's been stressful, I'll be honest, especially those first 4 innings tonight when they did a good job of keeping us off balance. But, we have great people in this building from Coach V all the way down, and Luke and Richard and the rest of our staff have been great. The prep work that, Frank and Tony and I can all talk about, just try to roll with the plan and adjust on the fly. But it's been a team effort, and our guys have been playing well, so we'll continue to lead on them for sure.
Is there something Coach Vitello has taught you that you've kind of kept with you as you've gone through these games?
He's taught me. I mean, I played for him. A lot of people probably don't know that, so he's taught me a lot of things that I'll remember forever. Coaching specifically, I think just having the guys ready to prepare right and then compete and then just play. I mean, but yeah, there's too many things to name really just one, to be honest with you.
When did Jarrell start to become a much better defender? I mean, I know you always loved his upside, but it just seems like he's getting the balls now that he maybe wasn't before.
Yeah, no, I think with our strength staff here, we work on agility and foot speed stuff a lot. I think that's years of hard work there. But Frank is a former infielder; he's done a good job, and Coach V was an infielder. Ricky was a high-level SEC shortstop. So you got a lot of different people that have incredibly high standards for defense around here. When we talk about recruiting, we want athletes, but pitching and defense, because we know if we have those things, we'll be in a position to win games. But ultimately, the credit goes to Joey, because it became important to him just as much as it was swinging the bat, and you're starting to see him play really good defense again.
With Seth and his kind of latest setback, is there a possibility he throws this year, or kind of what would it take for him?
Yeah, so I talked to Howie and V today, and Woody. We'll see how it plays out with him. He has had a setback, but as far as anything, hey, for sure, no, it's. We'll see how it plays out. So, he's, it's going to take some time for sure, but nothing definitive with him being completely done for the year. So some cautious optimism for sure moving forward.
With Florida, just what have you seen watching them from afar? And I know it's early in the week, but just kind of what are you expecting from them this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, on Friday night, you got a big leaguer in Barco. He was good friends with Max Ferguson. He's got really, really good stuff. He's going to be a tough task for our guys, especially our left-handed hitters. And Saturday they'll roll out Sproat, who is 96 to 100 with 3 pitches for strikes. A traditional Florida, first-round major league stuff guy. And they got a freshman on Sunday that can really has some ride, run, carry on his heater. and is really competitive. So it's a Florida team. They're going to have really good athletes, great ball players that have played a bunch growing up, and they're not going to be scared when we show up. So I know, but our guys are looking forward to going down there, seeing the new yard. I know the crowds have been better down there too, so it should be another really good test for our guys this weekend.
Couple more. Any more? Perfect. All right, thanks, Coach.